What is going on, Roland Empire here, guys, to give you a video. Cobra Kai Season 3, I've done my series. This is one where I'm like, I've done the TV show, where it's like, I've gone season through season. And you know what? I will give a little bit of a spoiler, but I'm like, do I blame myself? I'm like, this is an entertaining show. I like it. It's really good. And, this one now follows up, which I got to say, knowing now that this was done by a Netflix budget, and I was like, it might, it might just be the way I saw it, but I felt like there was really an updated, an upgraded, an upscale, whatever you call it. It's just the Netflix budget definitely bumped up this series. You can tell it's a bit like a bit of a change up, definitely a change up and all. And now this just continues on. They had that amazing high school sequence that you kind of wonder where was everybody not stopping this, like the cops and teachers, and they showed a bit of the teachers, and I guess in a way that was sort of rational, but ooh, we'll see. And but this whole karate breakdown brawl, this brawl just went on within everybody, within the Tories, the Russos, the Robbies, the Miguels, and it led to what it is. And with this season, it definitely picks up quickly and answers the questions like what is going on. It's like, should we ban karate, should karate be allowed? That's one of the things that is like the story and the narrative of the season. And then we get so many things now from, like, okay, we got Johnny trying to spend time with Miguel and realizing what went on, and we get more of these lessons that bring in, there were certain ways that things were taught, but then these repercussions came, and maybe we should teach these, meaning, these lessons, a little bit different. And even Daniel LaRusso, he's getting, obviously hit with this, with his prodigies, his students getting involved in his name and showing how he is this, Daniel that won all these titles, and now he's more famous. Even with the dealership, he's still, calling it chopping prices with the karate themes, with how he runs it, and it's taken an effect on him. And so it really just. I'm glad that they did show that season 3, was that kind of thing. Like, it was gonna establish all that, and then knowing now that, like, with Kreese taking over the Cobra Kai and Johnny realizing, yeah, like always, he's screwed up, and man, he's still that likable guy. It's just for me, he's that likable guy. He still wants to make good, and he starts his ego fang and all that. And within that, it's like we get factions now, factions within people trying to do switches and turns and all that. It kind of feels very Game of Thrones, honestly, like a Game of Thrones thing with this Cobra Kai. But again, like Samantha trying to overcome with what goes on with the Tory situation. Robbie with his like haircut, I kind of have to think like the haircut, how this kind of factored. But yeah, he was on the run, and Johnny and Daniel with the awesome scene they had with at the beginning of the season, trying to find Johnny's son. Eventually they do. Danny tries to wall him up with when he visits his mom and takes him to jail, and Daniel tries to resonate with him, but Robbie's whether you like him or not, he's very misunderstood and conflicted character. And I am one that, like, I can kind of see the value. I get it. It was like, why are we bouncing back with hero, villain, hero? But I understand that he's always just trying to find someone, to kind of like relate and understand. So I understand sort of where he's coming from, the point of view. But yeah, Daniel's trying to be reasonable, and within his family too, trying to accept especially the mom. An incredible scene also that was it was fun and all that, entertaining with Kreese and whatnot, and showed the repercussions of how he spun it. It was like, oh, Kreese, you manipulated person. I understand though, I understand why that happened. And again, but with her though, and within him trying to understand her daughter, and realizing the problems she could have, and also, yeah, the boy drama, whatever. But you know what, I like to say the boy drama is done certainly right, so that's why I could defend it. And realizing then also, yeah, that how much karate meant. And she stops for a while, as everything would be, like, as cliche as that way cliche could be, but she goes back into depths to karate. That's what they all do. And what is up with the sun? Can we use the sun for something? I just want to see. Or is this just like a prop, a prop to just kind of fill in a certain quota? But I want to see him do more. What's the purpose? LaRusso, he is a LaRusso. But okay, again, with yeah, just there's just certain things that go on, and I like it that not a lot of it feels unnecessary. It feels important. And again, within the crunch that they do, like 30 minutes and all, I'm surprised how much they fit into the 30 minutes. and Daniel has an important, thing that eventually leads him to meet with the Karate Kid Part 2 people. And I like how it didn't feel like, oh, we need to just cater to cater. There wasn't at least a necessary kind of business within his company to do it. So I like that. Between all that, he gets some time to kind of, just like he's trying to, help out with the people from his first movie. He's also with the people he met in the second movie, trying to make amends. It's nice to kind of see, like, even with other characters you don't expect, it's like, oh, that's who that person was. Oh, and this person, and realizing like, oh, we're gonna get a part two, but it's like, no, it's all about just kind of like within him. He learns more too, even if he has the Miyagi Do, he has more things that he should have kind of still learn, add to his process, and it just factors back and all that. So it goes back to what he learns back when he gets to the States and all. But yeah, when he's in Japan, it's nice, a nice little catch up. Then when it's time to go back to the United States, he gets within just within Johnny too. Everybody just right there too. Them all reunited with Allie and all, and seeing how that has a realistic purpose of like also like you wouldn't just come in to do certain things to serve for like a fan service thing. Like no. It was like you had to take like a trip and all. It makes sense. It was like maybe run into some people, and so there's a lot of reunions going on, and within also the stories of the younger people, their story is as a new version of Karate Kid can be, and I like seeing all this. I want to say that yeah, maybe I root for one storyline more than the other, but it hasn't gone for me where I'm like I haven't really tilt one way or the other. I like it. Like it's nice to get like what a right way to just do Karate Kid Generations in a way, where if you're gonna do Karate Kid passing the torch generations, whatever you call it, I like it where it's unique with everybody. Okay, Hawk has a little bit of a, character arc. I'm curious to know. I started kind of giving my own speculations, like are people gonna revert back for season 4 and all? But I doubt it. I think as what you see season 3 for characters' motivations to move on, it's probably gonna be as little as it can be as that like that. Although I do question about Robbie and all, but we'll get to that right now. And again, so Johnny's trying to, trying to make amends, do right with everybody within the crew, within Hawk, and even I like how he calls out Hawk, but particularly with Miguel. Miguel, trying to get him to walk again, which I wonder, it could be realistic at times, but it's nice to know, like as realistic as that situation can be, it's nice to know that what a way to like not give up for people and try to push forward. It's what you would want for this kind of thing. It's just very uplifting. It's definitely uplifting the way he gets to him to walk. And Johnny just really has come a long way. He's still who he is, but still really learning who he is. This show really is on him. Sometimes that wearing when we go to other people that it doesn't go back to him as much, but it does. It always rounds back and makes up for it. And it's nice to know his character and realizing him with Robbie, apparently kind of like this is like Star Wars and all that. It's like Star Wars, dark side, good side within Kreese, and having 3 generations and a fantastic, just entertaining, just a fun little kind of sequence that Kreese takes on Danny and Johnny. You even wanted to see something like that. It's nice to know that, just kind of be like, yeah, like that's like, yeah, I'm just pumping, and you expected that. Realizing though Robbie's fate goes, he looks like he will be a guy probably to turn back. So Johnny has that storyline to see now. But within the people that were in his kind of like confines and all, it's nice to know him trying to make amends. Having whether it's like it's like his apartment storyline with Carmen and the Miguel story. It's nice to see that kind of get fixed up a bit. His Karate Eagle Fang Dojo getting more people, and then another action sequence that like a lot of. Man, we gotta get some kind of like security, but within the LaRusso house, more fight goes on, and that's where you get more of the like the Hawk situations. And Miguel, fighting that one bully from the first season was like, it's nice for season. It's like, that's right, in this kind of way the protagonist wins, and you know what the protagonist deserves. It's like, that's what you get, when you come up on top. And it could be as cheesy and as cliche as it is, but I have a good time with this show. It knows what it is. The plots that it has is, in a certain way, it's not wasting time. It all basically rounds up no matter what. It evens out. It adds up, and I just have a good time. And I like that. It was like, as long as you make the characters somehow relatable, understandable. You will understand within everybody in their own way. It's like you're like, even if you don't agree, you still kind of like understand. That's why like you don't have to agree with everybody, but as long as you understand, it works for me. It's just it knows what it's about, and it just shows again. It's like Mandalorian, Cobra Kai. The Mandalorian and Cobra Kai are done with people that really cared about the source material, and just it really shows. And as a fan, it's good to kind of get those Karate Kid inspirations and that determination seeing some things, because we still got a few more seasons, but seeing how some things wrap up here and how we're gonna get more of new stories coming out, so it's good. But again, it's the stories that you get within, like, just realizing what you root for, and like the conflict and the resolutions that come out of these characters is just very, it's very uplifting as it can be for this kind of motivation. This is what it thrives on. This is what it thrives of the heart of this. And just seeing everybody just kind of like come to a resolution, come to an understanding, just be so just motivational. It really is a motivational. And I can't wait for season 4, guys. Okay, season 3 was good. This is a nice way to invest within the franchise, and I'm glad it was been worth the journey and all that coming to season 3. But as I always say, guys, these are my thoughts and opinions. I thought it was a fun, enjoyable show. I like the characters. The characters are so good. It's definitely entertaining. But let me know, guys, if you weren't a fan of any of these seasons, or if you prefer one over the other. Let me know. If you think this show was so good, let me know too what stood out. What did you like of all these 3 seasons in the comments below? And as always, roll an empire. Laugh, smile, repeat.